Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Paul. Hi, viewers.
Hello.
Hello, Sunday Chat Massive.
Sunday Chat!
Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. So, welcome. It's Saturday afternoon, and as you can see, it's very bright.
Sunny. Sunny, sunny, sunny.
Sunny. It might be sunny,
But it's cold.
It's bloody cold. Bloody cold.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bloody thank you. Bloody winter. Bloody. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome. From the bottom of our bottoms. I'm using my Vivibalm. It's feeling quite dry as well, isn't it? It's not particularly humid.
Yeah, we haven't had much rain this week, really. We've had a little bit. In fact, we had a really heavy bout on Thursday. But apart from that, it's been pretty dry. I think next week is going to be wetter.
Is it? That's not what the weather forecast I saw said.
I think
it said
when
sunshines and nice, lovely egg yolks all throughout the week.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday it dips a bit and starts raining, and then the weekend's a bit of a washout.
Hopefully
apparently.
cream egg yolks.
I don't think there will be, not unless you buy any. No.
Well, it's nearing Easter. We're moving towards Easter.
We are, yeah.
I won't buy a box of 48 this year. Maybe a box of 5.
I can't believe
It's a
you got
little
through
treat.
all of those.
I didn't.
Well, I
didn't.
can't. I know you gave a few away.
I gave a few away. I gave 10 away to Vivi. Because
Yeah.
we did an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah,
Got to be careful how you say that.
yeah. And there was a swap, wasn't there? That was the thing, though.
And then Vivi gave me
Yeah, exactly. It was
5
like
back.
It was a swap.
And
She
then-
had got some for him. He had got some for her, and they sort of
And then Grace, hi Grace, gave me a box
Oh, that's right.
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So they were kind of cancelling each other out.
So actually, you did have 48.
Probably more.
How long did it take you to get through the box?
A few weeks.
A few weeks.
And you know, it was in a display box as well, with like a back that you put on, which said cream eggs. Paul, what are you talking? It wasn't a few weeks, it was maybe a month. A few weeks to a month.
So that was more than one a day.
No.
1.5 a day.
No, I only had 1 a day. 1 a day keeps the
The
doctor
bunny away.
So, anywho, let's get on with the show, shall we, Paul?
Sunday Chat!
That's right, so welcome. Yes, we're both a bit,
Yeah.
because it's been quite a busy day so far. I, this morning, have been in the kitchen experimenting with food, i.e. eating it.
Well, making it. I mean, you haven't been building a tower or anything with it, have you? It's not been like that type of thing. You've been making a meal. Yeah.
Well, I was experimenting with pastry, with pie fillings.
Filling. Yeah. And putting the filling in the pastry.
Whilst also monitoring the washing machine as well. I mean, it's fascinating. I'm washing machine crazy. I really am. I'm one of those people that watches the washing machine. Let's not forget all the favourites. Rinse and spin, rinse hold, temperature selector.
Isn't there a Woolens where it just sits there?
Woolens.
Yeah.
Woolens is fascinating because it just goes once in a while.
Yeah. It doesn't do a lot of sort of that, which would of course stretch the fibres, and then too hot would sort of get them all. I think Caroline was saying, wasn't she, that she was given a woolen jumper by her sister, and unfortunately she put it on too hot a wash and it
Came out as a
shrank.
dolly jumper.
I've had one of those.
I've had a few dolly jumpers over the years, but yes, it's fascinating. The different cycles, so entertaining. 60 degrees, 90-degree boil wash with lots of foam. Yeah, hours of entertainment. Anyhow, let's get on with the show. So
He
yeah,
has literally though been standing there
I do.
just watching.
I do.
For minutes on end. And going, it's not doing anything. Then suddenly it goes, boom. Oh, yes, it is.
But it's good to know what happens on the cycles, because one needs to know that it's doing its job. Yeah. It's like the self-cleaning oven. You've got to check that occasionally to see that it is actually cleaning itself.
Oh, yeah. One of our friends in the south of France, she's
got one of those
bomb ovens, yeah, where you turn it on to clean and it sort of boosts it up to about 450 degrees centigrade and burns everything off, and then you dust out the ash once it's cool.
Yeah, we haven't got that.
No, we haven't got that.
Anywho, God, we're off on a tangent. Don't go in, sun,
there's
because
a big cloud.
if the sun goes in, the lighting arrangement will have to change. It will. I'll be plunged into my real age.
40, yeah.
39.
Well, no, that's your real age, but your real age is nearer 40, yeah.
It's nearer 60, I think you'll find.
Well, I just didn't want to say that.
No,
really.
especially with the blood moon being in Virgo at the moment.
Oh, look, the sun's going.
Oh my God, quick.
The sun's going.
Cut!
Being plunged into darkness.
And eye bags. Quick, get a bulldog clip.
I was just going to say, I'll go and get some torches and we can just hold torches here.
I better make a ponytail quickly.
Yeah. Look, yeah, my
Is it
drags,
coming
they
out?
haven't changed. They're still as deep as they were before.
Is it coming out again? Is the sun? Yes, it's coming.
It is. It's coming back.
It'd be like a special effect in an old 40s movie. I'm going to suddenly become youthful again.
It's like in She. Yeah. She who must be obeyed.
Go into the light. Not at the moment, only when the light's blue.
That's so sad, isn't it? But she isn't very nice.
No.
You know, that's the thing, she's not very
People
nice.
get their comeuppance in those films.
Absolutely.
Paul.
Yeah. Poor Ursula.
Oh, shush now, Paul. God, it's you that made that sun go in. So, okay.
Oh, where are we?
We
We're
need
just
to
at
get
the beginning,
on,
aren't we? Yeah.
Because I was going to say we're both a bit... Because it's been a busy day, so we need to get on and crack on and do the show.
So
and
the
get
weather.
it done.
Thank you.
Shush now. We need to introduce the weather report, Paul. So, usually we do Richard and Paul's weather report. So here it is. Richard and Paul's weather report.
It's sunny at the moment.
Yeah, you were saying something else. Somebody do-da-la-la.
Yeah. What?
You were saying somebody said something
Was I?
about something.
Yeah, most probably. I've forgotten now.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not going to be a very good show, this one, is it? I can tell.
So yeah, it's sunny at the moment. It's been relatively dry, a few downpours. We did go out this week and we had all 4 seasons in one day. We had really bright sunshine, we had blustery weather, we had snow,
Hail.
we had sleet, we had hail, we had drizzle.
Everything.
Yeah, we had absolutely everything. So it was one of those weeks. Changeable.
Changeable. Don't try to be funny now.
So, and then we go into next week where this cold weather vanishes. We get a bit of warm weather from the south, but then at the end of the week it gets a little bit cooler. But it looks as though now we're not going to have any sub-zero nights, which is good.
Because we've had continual frost.
We had a really hard frost this morning.
And it's been so cold.
Yeah.
The house was beautiful last weekend. We had windows open. The air was feeling warm.
We were walking around naked. Yeah.
No, I mean, we got to that point where you could actually get changed without doing it quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick, get the clothes off, quick. Yeah. Oh, was
But
lovely.
look, the good thing is that we are moving into that warmer weather.
Are we though?
We are moving into that warmer
it,
weather.
though.
I'm going to hold on to the fact we are moving into that warmer weather. So, yeah. And the seeds are going to be happy about that, which I'm going to be sowing relatively soon.
How do you know the seeds are happy?
Because
Do
they go,
tell you?
oh, we're happy, we're going to that. That's what they do.
I do apologise. This is what I live with.
Oh, yeah. 30... How many years is it now?
I don't know.
32 years. Oh, 32 years a couple of weeks ago. Oh, we could have had our first meeting anniversary of 32 years.
Well, you didn't say anything, Paul, if
I
you're
didn't.
that
I
concerned
always
about
forget.
it.
I always forget
You didn't
it.
say anything, did you? And you didn't buy me a box of cream eggs.
No, I didn't. No, no.
Could have done.
I did notice that eggs are now in Lidl the other day. Yeah.
What, the cream eggs?
Cream eggs, yeah.
I don't mind any kind of chocolate egg.
No, I know, you don't.
I
do
don't
you?
mind.
Yeah.
Even if it's dog chocolate, I'll still eat it.
You would eat that, yeah. But of course, don't give normal chocolate to dogs.
No. That's why it's called dog chocolate.
Yeah.
I'll still eat it.
Mm.
I did eat dog treats once.
I would have thought you've eaten them more than once.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I tried a cat treat once as well.
Really?
Yeah, not a meat one. It was like a chocolate drop. Do you remember we had some chocolate drops for the cats years ago?
White ones?
I don't know what they were.
They were white ones, I think.
Yeah, I think I had one of those.
Yeah, most probably. Did it taste fishy? Fishy chocolate.
Oh no, don't put me off chocolate, Paul.
Sardines coated in chocolate. Yeah.
That sounds quite nice.
It sounds rather Mexican.
So anyway, thank you to all of you for following us on the various different platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and our Facebook group, which is a private Facebook group. It's better with a private Facebook group. It means it's friendlier. There's no trolls and there's no nastiness. Planet Vegetaria, that's a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. Oh, God, that's contractual.
And also, once you go into the group, you don't get force-fed lots of adverts and things.
No.
So that's why it's sort of a good space.
It's a lovely space, so join us there.
Yeah.
And it's not just about vegetarian food. We're not ramming anything down anybody's throats. We don't do that. But it's a gentle space where we are caring and sharing. Those who know.
Yeah.
So, anywho,
and
also,
those who have been cooking bread this week, there's been a lot of bread on this week, and those loaves have been rather gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, I'll be doing occasional recipes on there, and occasionally we do What Are We Eating Tonight, which we've not done for a while.
No, we don't.
Do that.
But if you want to know what we eat on a daily basis, if you go over to my Guernsey Gardener in 2025 blog, you will see there is a section that says what we've had for breakfast, what we've had for lunch, and what we've had for supper. So there.
Richard and Paul, always giving you all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you want it all, watch Richard and Paul. We've got all the strap lines.
Yeah.
We've got all
Somebody
the
said they
strap
don't.
lines.
That strap line's very passé. Yeah, I saw that. That made me laugh because we'll come up with more. Yeah.
I don't think it was meant in a mean way.
No, it wasn't meant in a mean way. No, I know it wasn't. No, but we'll come up with more.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what people do. It's just fun. By the way, the washing machine's name is now Becky.
Oh, Becky the washer.
Becky the Beco.
Becky the Beco. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I named her this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. Thomas will like that. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Did that come out of a particular cycle?
It was on a spin.
It was.
And I said, go on, you're spinning. Go on, Becky.
Go on,
Becky.
Becky.
Becco.
Oh, how lovely.
So, lovely. Also, finally, we have our coffee supporters page as well. If you want to buy us a coffee or give us a tip, you can do so there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And also, finally, on this little bit, make sure you're subscribed to this channel.
And have the bell button.
Yeah.
Do God.
There's lots coming out now. We're full-time content creators now. Alexa, please stop. Thank you. We're full-time content creators now, so we're kicking out Lots and lots of content. Hopefully not too much for you, but generally, and I thought I'd just spend a moment talking about when things come out. So if we start with a Sunday, it's Sunday Chat.
Sunday Chat!
A Monday, it's
A week at the plot.
Tuesday is
Quiet day.
Rest Day. Might be random videos coming out on a Tuesday. It'll be a Tuesday if that is going to happen. Wednesday is first half of the week, Richard's vlog. Thursday is going to be Cookery Day. Yeah, alright, you don't need to make the sound as well. It's disgusting. That's how you sound when you eat.
I was watching Endeavour yesterday, and it was getting to a really sort of like thingy part, and he came in and started eating his crisps. It was so loud, I stopped concentrating, I had to turn it off. Yeah.
Well, they're crisps.
Well,
And the nature
they're crunchy.
is crisp.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're on Thursday.
So, yeah, I'm on Thursday doing cookery. Friday, what's on a Friday?
Lie.
Oh, that's my live show on a Friday, isn't it? Of course it is.
Which you do in Spangles and Lycra.
And then Saturday is second half of my vlog.
Oh,
And then
what a week!
peppered throughout the week, you will find reels coming up on Instagram, Facebook, and shorts on YouTube for Earth's Sake and the Great Green Barn. We'll put the links in for Earth's Sake and the Great Green Barn below. So we're giving you plenty to digest and enjoy. Thank you. Lovely. So also I wanted to say a little bit about the merchandise question that I posed.
And that was an interesting one.
Very interesting, because I asked you to be honest and you were, which was really, really good. So it kind of came out that it was sort of split into thirds. So it was kind of almost a third of you said, no thanks, we're fine for merchandise, for various reasons, all valid. A third of you said, yes please, and we'd like X, Y and Z. Mugs, aprons, t-shirts. People gave us lists of stuff and some random stuff as well, like scarves and, you know, because I'm a scarf lover. And then another third of people sort of said, well, maybe, but I'm not sure, and I might, blah, blah, blah. So it was a really interesting experiment, because it was born of people asking me and Paul whether we would supply merchandise. And we've kind of tentatively looked into it before, but really didn't take it any further.
So we're going to mull, aren't we?
So we'll have a think about it, but the one thing that I wanted to reassure everybody with is, if we were to do any form of merchandise, it would have to be sustainable, it would have to be recyclable, it would have to contain minimal plastic, and, you know, generally eco-friendly.
And it would contain maximum Richard and Paul.
And, you know, we don't know whether we can get a supplier to provide what we want and fulfill it. Because, as I said in the video, we're not going to get to a stage where we've got a dining room full of 20,000 products that we can't shift. Or that we have to do all the posting ourselves. Because that's going to be an eater of time and an eater of money. And neither of those we have.
So we're going to mull.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you again for that. Paul, you wanted to have a little talk about your Barrett's esophagus support group online, because you were very surprised about something you encountered.
I think it sort of goes, it really hones down to the fact of how we get quite different treatment sometimes for the same things.
So can we just maybe say what Barrett's is?
I was just about
before you start.
So I have Barrett's esophagus, which is where acid reflux has caused cells in my esophagus, my throat, to mutate. And this, if it's not maintained and looked after, can then lead to cancer, and throat cancer obviously in particular. And mine was caught relatively early on, and I've been on under a specialist for 5 years with this Barrett's esophagus now, and I have regular gastroscopies, I have regular acid tests. I get looked after very well, which is grand. And I'm also on a support group on Facebook, and a question was asked yesterday whether somebody had been recently diagnosed and they said they'd never felt they had acid reflux, and had other people been the same. Excuse me. And basically I went back and I said, well, actually I was asymptomatic, so I didn't know that I had symptoms. I occasionally would be burping and have a bit of acid after I'd had tin tomato soup in the afternoon, but it wasn't a regular thing, and we didn't have lots of tin tomato soup and things like that. So anyway, I said this to a person, and somebody else then asked me, have you changed your diet? And I said, well, we have in a way, found out what affects me, what doesn't, and of course I eat 4 hours before I go to bed. So we eat quite early. And what really surprised me was the amount of people who then came in on that thread saying, nobody's ever told me to eat earlier and to eat 4 hours before I go to bed. I mean, some people say I eat at 9 o'clock and I go to bed at 10, or others say, my work life doesn't allow this. Well, maybe shift the way you work around your work, if you see what I mean. But I was really surprised by the number of people who came in who said, I've never ever been advised to eat earlier in the day before I go to bed. And it made me realise that, you do need to ask questions when you're at the doctor. We know that. And if you don't understand something, you need to ask. But it seems a standard thing for me that I have been told by various people to make sure that I eat my main meal, if it's in the evening, at least 4 hours before I go to bed, and that has helped me. And the other thing was, when I said I was asymptomatic, a person asked me, what does that mean? And I said, well, it means that I didn't actually have any symptoms, or feel I had many symptoms. And the person sort of said, oh, well, I didn't know. I think my doctor said something about being tomatic, but I didn't understand. Well, if you're a doctor and you don't understand, you have to ask. I know times of appointments are quite constrained in the UK. You only have a certain amount of minutes, but you shouldn't go out that door of your doctor with lack of clarity on what the doctor has told you. It's really important to ask. And it was also something that we noticed with Mum, when I would go to the doctor with Mum, that Mum's hearing wasn't great, and sometimes she'd be going to see the doctor about something, but she'd start talking to the doctor about her legs rather than her back pain or something, and it would go into a different track, and we'd have to come back to, actually, we're here to talk about your back pain, Mum, not your legs today. We know that's part of it, but your back pain. So yeah, I mean, if you do need support, for a condition, there are support groups on various different platforms, and I really think it's good to sign up to them.
But you see, that in itself tells you something, doesn't it? The fact that we have to have support groups and external agencies to the NHS to support people means that the initial service isn't isn't full.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
full service that is provided, because if it was, your specialist or your doctor would be saying, and we have this support group here. Instead, you've got to seek it out yourself, and they are independent. So in a way, you know, that sort of shows that the level of support that people get is minimal. It's minimal.
Can be minimal. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think also, you know, the fact that you have been following what your specialist has been saying, following the regime of drug taking and taking your Peptac, whatever it is, at night and all of that religiously, shows that, you know, actually it's worked. Because your body is healing itself. Your Barrett's, the area of your Barrett's has shrunk.
Reduced.
So that's really good. But you've been doing a lot towards it because you've realised how serious it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it needs to be managed correctly. So you can imagine if people don't know what asymptomatic means, or haven't even asked that, what else haven't they discovered? What else aren't they doing? Do they have access to the drugs that are needed? You know, all of that.
Absolutely.
So, you know, without that good relationship with your specialist, you might be missing out on something.
Yeah. And of course, some people who have Barrett's, they might not be under a regular regime with a specialist. They may be going to see their doctor who, you know, is a general practitioner, a GP, rather than a specialist. The other thing that I do is I wear braces now. I used to wear a belt, but that sort of tightening around your waist with a belt wasn't good, and I wear braces. So
Good, excellent, Paul. So it's time for Word of the Week, brought to us by A Word for Every Day of the Year by Stephen Poole, gifted to me by Vivi Gregory of What Vivi Did Next. Okay, what's the date today? Broadcast date is the 16th. Oh, here we go.
Oh. Always know it's going to be short then.
Horripilation.
Oh, I know this.
Horripilation. Horripilation. Horripilation.
No, I'm not getting there.
Ready? Okay. On this day in 1974, The Exorcist opened in British cinemas. I remember. My mum and dad went to see it. Following its American release on Boxing Day 1973, when it had been greeted by critics as sickening and hateful. Audiences on both sides of the Atlantic, though, flocked to see the film, and no doubt experienced some measure of horripilation at the events portrayed. This is the technical term for flesh creeping, coming from the Latin for something that causes the hair to bristle. Medical writers through the centuries have attributed horripilation to internal disease or cold conditions, and though it has nothing to do with the word horror, it seems a particularly apt word for the pleasurably unpleasant sensation that the finest works in that genre can provide.
Well, there we are.
Lovely.
Yeah.
How lovely. So let's see if there's any horripilation in our TV list this week. So, it's the final segment of the show. What have we watched on TV this week?
We started watching Bergerac.
Or Bergerac, as I call it.
On You and Drama. That's the channel, You and Drama. It
Fell asleep.
There's some really brilliant supporting actors in it, who I think make the show. You fell asleep within the first episode. And when he was asleep over sort of consecutive nights, I watched the other episodes.
Yeah.
And I did rather enjoy it. 6 episodes, rather enjoyed it. I was completely right from the beginning who the murderer was.
Good.
And,
well done, Paul.
But it was... Bergerac is another of those... And we were talking about this with Vivi. We went to see Vivi this week and we were talking about her. It's another one of those angst-ridden male detectives who drinks whiskey, has lost his wife or had something really traumatic happen in his family, and all that angst is there. And the character of Bergerac, the whisper's a bit too much. You know, if you're going to deliver a line, don't whisper it.
Yeah, okay. And this is the detective set on Jersey, which is the island next to Guernsey, which is where Paul is from.
It's a different bailiwick.
Yeah, and it's... Jersey and Guernsey are different because the people on Jersey are taller than the hobbits on Guernsey. We have started the new Agatha Christie Towards Zero.
Yeah.
Which is it's Angelica Houston.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, she is superb.
I mean, she's bedridden. I mean, she chooses to be bedridden in this, but she's bedridden, but still actually...
Her accent, her English accent is... I mean, it's brilliant.
It's what she says also, not vocally, but with her faces.
Yeah. She's always been superb.
What it's not...
Brilliant actress.
And I wish the Agatha Christie estate, Agatha Christie Limited, would start doing this, is they need to say now with the adaptations that are happening, inspired by Agatha Christie's Doodah. Because this is not Agatha Christie's Towards Zero. It's not the story. It's so... I mean, it literally, apart from being sort of set in the same decades and things like that, it's so different. It's chalk and cheese to what was written by Agatha Christie to what you see on screen. And I felt this also with Branner's last Poirot, which had nothing to do with the book, really. It was inspired by Agatha Christie's book rather than the story of. Yeah, I mean, I still go back to Miss Marple and Joan Hickson as those being, you know, the archetypal adaptations of Agatha Christie's books.
Yeah, time's ticking on.
Yeah.
We watched Michael Sheen's £1 Million giveaway, and this is the actor Michael Sheen, who, as Paul said last week, went on a mission using £100,000 of his own money to pay off, I think, 900 people's debts
of £1 million in total.
Yeah.
So £100,000 to pay off £1 million of debt.
Yeah, look into how it works. We're not explaining it again. And basically, it was a bit of a... It was quite a good start, and then it kind of trailed off to nothing.
Yeah,
it was a bit of an anticlimax.
It sort of lost itself, I felt. I mean, great achievement overall. But the thing is, if a company has £1 million worth of debt and it can write it off and sell it off to another company for £100,000, why don't they go to the debtors, the people that owe them the money, and say to them, instead of you giving us £1,000, we'll take £100 from you and call it quits. Instead of selling that debt of £1,000 onto another company for £100.
Surely that would be setting a precedent.
I don't care. They're getting the same amount of money at the end. That's what they should do.
So at the end of the day, people shouldn't be engaging in the practice of taking on debt in that way, unless it's absolutely no choice and they're pushed into a corner and they have to do it.
Yeah.
So there needs to be education, first of all,
Absolutely.
into how this is managed.
Yep.
Secondly, what is the outcome of this? Because I haven't seen anything in the press about any changes to banking systems changing their lending practices.
Well, I don't think they will, because they earn so much money from people's debt.
So actually, okay, 900 people had some money wiped off. But in terms of the wider changes to society, it's made no difference whatsoever.
No, I think they said it was something like the debt industry, there's about 34 billion of debt. So when you're talking about £1 million of debt being wiped off, it's literally, well, it's not even the tip of the iceberg. It's a snowflake landing on an iceberg.
Yeah, so exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if you're going to do something for society, make sure it has lasting consequences.
Absolutely. But what it is highlighted is that this is, you know, debt being sold on to other companies is just legalised extortion and exploitation.
Yeah, but
simple as that.
But so basically, we're all having money extorted from us.
We are,
aren't we, in the form of high bills?
Energy companies, water companies. I mean, media companies. You know, the fact that media companies and our mobile phone people are allowed by the regulator to put up your bills by the amount of inflation in a year plus 3 or 4%. I mean, why should we be paying as a standard thing that every single year we're getting 4% more expensive, whether things get more expensive or not?
You talked about the price of petrol and
Yeah.
diesel. Why does the price of petrol and diesel fluctuate and go up and down constantly? It does.
Yeah, well, it does, because what happens is the oil producers...
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, why does that go up and down and not the price of gas and electric? Why don't we actually see the price of gas and electric going down when the wholesale price goes down?
Well, there are some trackers. We used to be on a tracker for the wholesale price.
But generally it doesn't
Generally
go down.
it doesn't.
No.
But the thing is, what I don't understand, and I genuinely don't understand this, is why in the UK fuel, diesel and petrol are cheaper than they have been for about 5 years or more, yet we're still paying 70% more in our gas and heating bills than we were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So how can that fuel be cheaper and this one over here be much more expensive?
So,
Makes no
anyway,
sense.
watched a movie, Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon. I fell asleep, I'm afraid. I felt it was too long.
It was a bit long.
Yeah.
It was funny, got me laughing,
and very
but a
quick.
bit long.
Very
quick.
quick. Very
Yeah.
well edited and very well put together.
Very slick, but too long.
Very clever. We watched the Amandaland final episode, although I do believe it's been commissioned for another series.
It has, for a second series.
But the series are too short. 6
Yeah.
episodes, really, what can I do with that?
Give us 12. Yeah. Again, I've said this before.
Cheapskates,
In America,
BBC.
you know, you will often have comedy series that are 13 or 26 episodes per season. Let's have a
Value.
few of those. Yeah.
And we watched a UFO program
Yeah.
on Blaze
On
TV.
Blaze TV, which was...
Some kind of conspiracy thing.
Well, they all are, aren't they?
I love them.
Yeah, he loves them.
I do.
And it was just a UFO program. We didn't remember the title of it. No,
Yeah.
that was it.
And that's it for this week. The usuals, heart to heart at lunchtime. They seem to do the same thing every day.
Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
Ooh.
And Jennifer gets kidnapped.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
puts in peril.
Yeah.
And,
Woo!
oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
And Chicks Creek, I know that's a usual. We continue with that, and I mean, just so much comedy in those.
Yeah, but we're
and
going
so
to have
much
to finish
classic
it because
comedy.
I'm getting rid of Netflix.
Yeah, we're getting rid of Netflix. Yeah.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's going up another £2 or something.
no,
Again, you know,
no.
it's going up. That's 20%. It's going up, I mean, our income's not gone up 20%, and
Well, our income has gone down by
yeah, but there we are.
a lot.
Yeah, there we are.
But hey ho, c'est la vie. What you gonna do?
So I am looking forward to the.
yeah.
I think it's the last. I think there's only 3 episodes of Towards Zero. I think we'll be watching that if it's available this evening.
Oh,
so,
good. I look
yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
crime drama.
You love crime dramas. Yeah.
Right, that's it.
Doesn't
Say
really.
goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you, bloody thank you for watching. We do appreciate your support. It means a lot to us.
It does.
And our views are up by massive amount. So we're very grateful that you're watching our stuff, and we just wish that the number of views equated to the amount of money we earn.
Oh yeah, it doesn't do that.
It doesn't.
No. Look, there's little suns there. Look,
Little suns.
little suns. The sun's coming through the blind and making a line of little suns down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were going to watch the solar eclipse this week, but we thought it was at night time rather than early in the morning, so we
Yeah,
missed
missed
it.
that one.
Yeah, we
But
missed
I'm
that.
feeling it.
Are you?
Virgo, full
Oh,
blood
yeah,
moon.
yeah.
So be careful.
Be careful
Imminent
out there.
death may occur.
No.
So, thank you. Goodbye. Take care.
See you next week for more Sunday Chat.
All right, shush now.
Bananas.
Tits and bums. Bye.
Bye.